Our generation today is built around technology and the media. Kids who aren't even able to ride a bike yet are already being influenced by the messages that the social media sites are giving off. Girls are shown images of the ideal woman and are expected to live up to it. I've unfortunately witnessed the negative effects that the pressure of this is putting on our youth and how it can cause lifetime emotional and physical effects. Things such as anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa are two very common effects that this could cause. Stick thin models and actresses are portraying the ideal image for a woman all across the world. Girls and boys of all ages are introduced to this assumption, and that's what they grow up believing. Girls grow up with all sorts of insecurities because they think in order to be beautiful, you must be unhealthy, which is why eating disorders are becoming more and more common. Hospital stays in hospital stays for eating disorders younger than 12 years old increased 119% from 1999 to 2006. In schools everywhere, there are less participation in sports because girls are afraid of bulking up too much. According to a human organization, Volume 54, only 12% of girls say that they're satisfied with their body. Being a teenage girl, I can see what the media is trying to distribute as the look women should strive for, and I, as well as many others probably, have witnessed what the stress of not living up to that ideal can do to someone. When I was about 12, some of my family came and stayed with us for about a year. I shared a room with my cousin who was about 2 years older than me. She hung posters of the skeletal women everywhere in the room and would tell me that she wanted to look like them. I never really understood what made these women the role model type, but I would constantly see her skipping meals trying to drop the weight. Over the next few years, and even continuing to this day, she has had extreme emotional issues and has often says that she is depressed. She grew up believing that because she didn't look like the girls in the posters, that she wasn't beautiful, and that the fact that she didn't reach society standards on self-image meant somewhere she had failed with herself. Having done my research now, I know that most American sample size is 00, and most models are only teens that haven't developed curves yet, which makes them appear so thin. Magazines use models that have non-realistic bodies, which make young women think that that's something that they should work for. According to RadarPrograms.com, the average American woman is 5'4" and weighs 140 pounds. Now, the average model is 5'11" and weighs 117 pounds. Not to mention the fact that the model that are put in magazines or on the internet are airbrushed versions of women that weigh 23% less than the average woman. Girls like that are publicized everywhere, and now it seems like that is the normal goal to strive for. Some industries, though, are trying to take a stand. Madrid Fashion Show has banned overly thin models and want to start producing beauty and health. Along with Milan and Sao Paulo, they are now requiring their models to meet a BMI of 18. That basically means a 5'9" woman would need to weigh at least 125 pounds. London and New York have even started to advise runway models to be over 16. I think that these are easy little steps, and they're critical in trying to show our youth that the ideal image to look up to can actually be obtainable. If the first thing a girl thinks when she turns on the TV is, why can't my body look like that? Imagine all the insecurities she'll grow up with, always wanting to be skinnier just so she can feel beautiful. Or better yet, so she can feel accepted by society. The criteria that has to be met to reach the dangerously high standards has women everywhere thinking that they aren't good enough and that they won't amount to much because they aren't the norm. The ideal image that everyone has because of the media's influence has now become more important than a person's health and well-being. So, in conclusion, the pressure that media is putting off is a problem that is dangerous yet almost unavoidable. Teenagers shouldn't be afraid to turn on the television or go on the internet. I feel that our ideal self-images that are being given off by the media may cause more depressed and just unhappy generations in the future. Children of all ages can see what's being put out there, and eventually that stress will catch up to them.